Get your pencils, grab your paints, collect anything you consider art supplies. It's time for Art Smackdown, the game show that makes art the cutthroat competition God intended. This week's contestants are Best Artist in the World, Kara Sketches, last week's audience champion, Schwarzenmerk, and this week's challenger, Haley Raphael, with celebrity guest judge, David Carl, and with me, Mark Stetson, Phil Casal, and Slaney Rose Jordan as your hosts.
Hello.
Hello there, everyone. Happy New Year.
I have George Harrison cat content on my lap right now, and as I started yelling into the mic, he started doing this and covering his ears.
Oh,
It was very cute, but he's not happy. He's getting restless.
More of this.
Poor
I
guy.
thought we finished this last year.
Thanks for the subscription again, Lazy Swan, and welcome back.
What would
That's
George
right.
Harrison's New Year's resolutions be?
Eat more fucking treats. And beg to go outside more. He's been begging at the door for us to let him walk through our the hallway of our building. Yeah, he's been picking up a few new habits recently, which I'm kind of 50-50 on, because they're adorable, but they're also like, oh shit, now I have to do more as your pet owner. Can I just enjoy you on my lap and for your fur ball, and that's it?
is he? Does he get up and yell at a wall at night?
His yelling at the wall is essentially him yelling at the door. Our old cat used to do that. Used to just meow into the ether. He has started meowing at the ceiling in our bedroom recently at our light fixture. It's totally random, and it's just happened starting last week. But he just looks up at it and he howls.
There's a mouse in there.
There's a mouse in there.
Yeah. Well,
David Carl, do you have a cat?
I have a dog, but I've cat sat before, and I always love when they do their weird once a day Zoomy around my friends' apartments. It's my favorite thing because it's always the most dangerous thing possible. It's always bookcases and lightning speed. Does yours do that? Does George Harrison do a sprint?
He's starting to get the zoomies. He gets the zoomies at 12:30, 1 a.m. where he just starts just sprinting from one side of the apartment to the other.
Yeah.
no good.
It's my favorite thing. Dogs don't really do that. Not the same way.
No.
Yeah.
And
Not
it's
inside.
because it's so sudden, and it's just sometimes it's, I guess, at the same time, which it's not so sudden, I guess, but it always comes out of intense stillness, and then it's this really lightning fast thing. Yeah, I have a dog who's wandering over here now, but that's him.
Bongo.
That's him. Here, Bungo.
Oh.
Up.
Here.
Come here, buddy. Here we go. Here's.
Yeah.
You have
this
art
guy.
of your dog. Oh.
Oh,
We'll just be making.
he's the best.
You sweet.
Oh.
dog.
I love him.
Sweet
He's
kisses.
he's such a sweet guy.
He's
That's
just
cute.
it's my invisible beard that he's actually into.
I love the profile entrance. It was very cute.
Yeah, that's a beard
Yeah.
he's got there.
Well, oh, thank you. You have to get this close to see it. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of scary, actually. I should probably shave it immediately. I might shave during it. Maybe that's what.
Oh,
I should do.
yes.
You know what?
Cool.
But make it art.
Yeah. We'll see what the viewers. If the
Right?
viewers
You are the masterpiece.
I don't know. The Bongo really likes it though, so Bongo would be upset if I shaved it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He
Catches all your
likes
food
the scruff.
crumbs. Right?
Yeah, that's what he's all about. He wants to lick the scruff. Because when I shave, he's not interested in me. So I don't know.
That's adorable.
Oh no, you have to
Well,
keep
well,
it for validations purposes. Oh.
Well, Dave, I don't know what I'm telling you. David, do you know what you do? The folks at home should know that David makes amazing. Is an incredible painter. and just recently painted. I'm bringing it up right now. And this incredible painting of George Harrison. And this is it.
Yeah, it's incredible. I saw your post on social media.
Oh, thanks.
It's
That's
so
terrific.
good.
Yeah,
Well, this is
that's
a beautiful cat. It's a really beautiful cat.
gorgeous.
And I thank you. I really enjoy painting these animals. I do landscapes too, but mostly dogs and cats. And it's fun, It's just like, especially during the pandemic, it's such a wonderful way to just get lost. And they never upset me. Although I get tired of the beige animals. It's tedious getting the right beige.
Yeah, you gotta
Don't
figure
let
it out.
Bongo hear you.
I know, that's the thing. This took so long. That took so long to figure that out. It
Right,
really-
more gray than you would think.
Yeah, and it's just it takes longer. It just takes a long time. It is satisfying once you find it, though. But I don't know. I like the black and white dogs. Honestly, they're my favorite. Black and white cats and black and white dogs. They're so much fun.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, I mean, this was like this almost brought Allie to tears when I showed her a tour. Like she was so, yeah. So I mean, yeah, and you people can like you. This is something that you do as a side thing to like.
Yeah.
So like if people wanted to get theirs done, they could hit you up.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the info is probably on my Instagram page. It's also at David Carl online is my website. And it under paintings you can see examples there. Yeah.
So good.
A lot of comments in the chat saying you're very talented.
Oh, that's nice. That's so nice, everybody. I love this show. I guess I did it like a year and a half ago or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is anymore, but I think it was a year and a half ago.
It was early on. It was definitely it was when we still had we had 3 contestants. We also had 3 judges.
Yeah.
And then a guest host who was commissioning. It was a lot. It was a lot of people on screen at the same time. But it was early.
Yeah, it was. It was early pandemic entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going strong.
What a summer that was.
Yeah.
What a summer that was.
Wait, what's going strong? Us or the pandemic?
Both.
Sorry.
You guys want to get to the self-expression challenge?
Yeah, I was
Yes,
gonna
I'm
say,
sorry. I went way too morning zoo there. I'm so sorry.
One thing that hasn't changed.
Not enough morning zoo in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I need more sound effects and some sort of a sound button of a woman being like, oh yeah.
Frankly, Phil, I am appalled that you are not surrounded by 100 sound effects. I don't know why that's not your setup.
Yeah, I stopped at having to buy more pieces of technology. I would have been about it though. I see people doing it and I'm jealous.
I'm proud of you.
I need the controller things.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
No, I don't want to be responsible for that.
We are slowly walking towards the reveal of our 1 minute challenge. And I say slowly walking because I want to set David up for his announcement of what the 1 minute challenge is.
This is great. So the 1 minute challenge was inspired by one of my favorite performances I've ever seen in it. And it was also one of my favorite things I've ever seen Slaney do. And it was on a show, like a variety kind of show at the old pit, which is now the pit. And she was playing a turtle and she committed so hard to this. I think it took 10 minutes to get from one end of the stage to the other. And I will never forget how she slowed down time and made us all stop and just enjoy this patient, beautiful bit. And so I just thought, what's more appropriate for a very fast challenge than a very slow animal? So I would just love to see a turtle. and it's also a tribute to one of my favorite things I've seen Slaney do, or really anyone do, certainly physically on a stage.
Amazing. You have 1 minute starting now.
Well, that's a surprise to me. I had no idea that was what your inspiration was for that.
It really was. No, it's,
cool.
when I saw you were going to be a host, I was like, oh yeah, I have to, because I like turtles. Also, I think they're beautiful animals.
Me too.
And but it's those things that stand out over many years, like that you can still remember. It's like, wow, that was a good bit. I haven't forgotten it.
Oh,
I think that was like 6 years ago or something, and I don't remember that much.
Live show?
Yeah, it was a live show at the Pit Lock.
But
was it this live show?
Yeah, was it on this live show at the Lock?
Maybe.
I think it was. Because I think I was at that show because I was filming the show for them at the time.
Oh yeah,
That all checks out.
It's funny, I completely forgot about that bit until you just mentioned it, because I've done other turtle stuff.
Yeah.
Time's up.
It's so fun.
Art supplies down.
Once you find your animal.
Well, no one goes slow. Everyone goes fast. So that was fun.
Everyone, please send your pieces to fartsmackdown@gmail.com.
Why is it Fart Smackdown?
Oh, Art Smackdown was already taken.
Got it.
Very nice.
Right.
True story.
I still believe it's part of the evil Bob Ross Foundation, probably a C&D thing. Speaking of C&Ds, David Carl, I don't know if you're able to talk about this, but one of my favorite memories of you, and I know you've moved on to bigger and better things now, but the one-man Hamlet starring Gary Busey.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you want me to say about that? I mean, I did Gary Busey doing Hamlet by himself.
Yes.
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not even being hyperbolic. Like, that's one of my favorite things that I've seen in theater. Period.
Well, I'll tell you what. We all do crowdfunding things at some point in our life to raise money for something. And the very first one I did was for this show to take it to New York Fringe. And as a gift, if you gave $75, you got a ticket to the show, and then I made a little painting as if I was Gary Busey painting with an acrostic poem of your name, because he does these Buseyisms. So Mark Stetson, before I knew one, I didn't know Mark really. He bought one, and I did this for him, and it was so fun to like do one, because everyone else that had bought one was like someone I knew, and then he was the first one I didn't like really know that well. I was like, this is great. And then when I gave it to him, it was like, I think the first real good conversation we had was like me giving it to him. And it was like this wonderful way to start a friendship. And he's turned out to be a total monster of a person. And not kidding. He's great. He's such a sweet man. But I love that here we are still in the world of art.
Yes.
I was essentially painting like a child. All of those that I did were like as if a child did it, which is a fun way. That's a fun way to create, is pretend you're a child.
It's also like a super specific personality character trait of your version of Gary Busey.
Yeah,
that he loves to paint, but he paints like a child.
Yeah. There's a lot of freedom that comes from that.
Yeah,
because I'm an actor and I'm self-conscious about calling myself a visual artist at all, because I have so many friends who have done it for decades, and I have not. So having a way to be like, all right, I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just pretend I'm a child is kind of fun. It just is an exercise anyway. And if anyone had any doubts about my qualifications to be a judge on this, now I think they are totally fulfilled.
Oh man,
not be trusted. I can't wait to see these. I don't know.
Let's bring in these contestants. I've got them all in now. So yeah, whoever Slaney, whoever you want to see.
Oh yes, let's bring in this week's challenger, Miss Haley Raphael.
Miss Haley Raphael, who first was a judge a few weeks ago and was like, I want to come on and do art.
Yeah.
And now here you are.
Hi, it's great to be here.
It's great to be back.
It's great to see everybody's smiling faces. Can you imagine if I actually talked like that?
I think it comes pretty natural.
Yeah, you'd have to have like a martini and a cigarette in your hand. Call everyone darling.
Honey, it's too late for that. I'm ready to talk about my art.
Yeah.
Should I just go?
Dude.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Okay, let me preface this. I'm watching the screen to see if it's on the screen. Here we go. Let me preface this by saying that I was super into art in high school, and I was art editor of the literary magazine, but I haven't drawn or really done anything since. So it's been about 20 years. So I'm just saying. So I'm not qualified, but I'm late to the party, but I came to the party, and that's all I have to say about that. So here is my turtle. That's Slaney as the turtle. Hi, George, crawling across the pit stage. And it says hero in a half shell, because that's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reference. My last name is Raphael.
Oh.
Which is Ninja Turtle, and then the address. I think that's the address of the pit.
It is accurate.
It is.
Where Lainey performed. So that's Lainey here in the half shell at 154, wherever the old new pit was.
I love it.
I have to say, it's brilliant use of negative space. I think and I mean it. I really mean that.
It kind of evokes a feeling that the turtle leveled 154 West 29th Street very slowly.
It does. I really like it a lot.
Yeah,
it's a joyful piece of work there. Yeah, it also the show almost looks like the head of a mushroom now that I look at it.
Yeah, because it can't really draw. It's a little Mario Brothers.
Oh, that's great though. That's a style.
Respect it.
Yeah.
It's my style.
I like this a lot. I like the handwriting. Yeah.
So cute. I love that it has like feet, and then it has maybe regular turtle arms.
Yeah.
Turtles have 4, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah. It looks like it could stand up on its back legs and walk.
Well, it is a New Yorker.
Yeah, it does look like there's just like maybe one toe on one of the feet. But maybe it's also like a secret little miniature head. Like if I zoomed in, I would see a little smiley face on it.
Yeah, there is a smiley. He kind of looks like this guy that I used to date.
Well, that's outstanding. I hope everybody.
That's art. Yeah. It brought something out of you.
They can try to figure out.
It was avoidant from me, so he would go into his shell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see it.
I'm using this to work out my issues with love. It's fine.
Haley, look, you went deep on this. This is art, baby. This is why you are here. You are meant to be here.
That's right. Yeah. It's your first time competing. Like
it's also like I like it. It's kind of like house music in that it's about like the viewer, because the longer I look at it, the more things I see, and I think it reveals something about me. You know what I mean?
What does it reveal?
Right now, it's revealing that I feel very threatened by time and space, because it's like freaking me out that I can't get a sense of like time and space. Yeah. But that's about me feeling threatened by the suspended sense of time that we're in right now in the world.
Right.
And, but ask me again in a minute, I'll probably have a totally different answer.
Right.
And you'll have only moved an inch.
To be clear, I'm completely sober right now. So make sure that's out there.
All right. Haley, what do you think what is your game plan going into this evening?
That's a great question, because I did find like journal or like a sketchbook from when I was a teen, and I played around a lot with abstract. So I do have watercolor, I have gel pens, and I have colored crayons. So I think I'm gonna like lean into that, like under like educational angle of it all.
Cool.
Nice.
That's exciting. Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see your masterpiece. Great job on the turtle.
Yeah.
We're gonna let you go
it.
into the back room, and then we'll see you after the masterpiece.
Thank you.
Woo! Woo!
Thanks. Amy. All right, let's bring out the audience champ, Schwartz
and Merc. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's good to be back.
Yeah, good to see you.
Back.
Oh,
Wow.
damn. This turtle got caught in the nude.
Wow. it's Leonardo, yeah?
Leonudo.
Ah, very nice.
Nice. I like the way that you captured the middle section of the chest plate. Like, it's kind of an awkward thing to capture because it's like it's a break but a continuation in their physique.
Yeah. Like they have for some reason abs and pectoral muscles, but they're also a shell, which you can't build that up.
No.
You also nailed the feet, like the
two-toe.
Yeah. Which when I was a kid, I used to try drawing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all the time because that was my favorite thing, and it's what taught me that I was not great at drawing. But I remember specifically because I would always draw them with like human toes, and I never remembered that they had like the two-toe, like the thonged toe. Nice work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's their toes are a big sticking point. Because for me, when I drew them as a kid, I liked that they were easy. Because shoes are just lumps. Turtle toes, there's like a little bit more guidance to the shape. It's nice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I love the little turtle cheeks.
Mm.
Oh, squeeze those cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Threaded body, but chubby cheeks.
Oh, yeah.
Story. Is this your favorite turtle?
Before it's probably Leonardo, which is usually well. I mean, I don't know about Ninja Turtles, but in most like scenarios when you're like there's a team, most people don't like the leader. Like no one likes Cyclops. No one likes.
Yeah, we did a whole episode dedicated to why Cyclops sucks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But for some reason, I thought he was cool because he wasn't necessarily the best at anything in particular. He was just smart enough to be the leader, basically.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Do you see yourself in life as a leader or someone who's like, I want to help the leader?
I actually really try not to be a leader because I don't want people to have to to follow me, but it just sort of happens. So then I'm like I'm already doing stuff, and then people are like behind me, like, yeah, come on.
That's funny. Oh, nothing better than a reluctant hero, right?
Yeah, more of an anti-hero, I guess.
I love that.
Yeah,
well, I really like that the teeth are left to my imagination here. I actually like it a lot. This is another great use of negative space, but which makes sense for a 60-second challenge, right?
Right. There's gonna be a lot more negative than positive space on this one.
Yeah. But I really do like it a lot, and I like the expression in the eyes. There's it's always tricky to have closed eyes and have them expressing something, but you've essentially got that there, and they're almost closed, and it's very clear what's being felt.
Brian Osmosis in the chat wrote, I hate it when Shredder's minions decide to attack while I'm in the middle of a shower.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that, Ryan.
But the blades are close. You keep your Keep your swords right by your shower.
Yeah.
Hopefully up, not down.
Right.
I do like just the one pectoral shadow, but not the other one. And I wonder if time got called before the second one, or if that was intentional. But I like it either way.
Well, no, there's no magician tricks here. That was clearly time. If I had more, it would have been.
Yeah.
There would have been so much more detail and probably color, having the background, maybe some stars.
I kind of like that, you know, there's an acknowledgement of the time factor in it. Like you see this would only exist this way because of a 60-second challenge. You know?
Yeah. You should see it
like,
after 65 seconds.
It's like when we go nuts over an artist after they're dead and we find their journal and they're like unfinished work. It's like, oh, look at this. And it's like, well, yeah, it is kind of interesting, you know.
Yeah.
When you're used to like the finished stuff. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so then
And I'm the judge, so that's what matters.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh yeah. So Schwarzenberg, going into your 20-minute challenge, then anything you're gonna apply to today's game for you?
Maybe more Ninja Turtles.
Approved. Yeah.
Sounds good. Maybe I can get a Baxter Stockman or a Mondo Gecko in there. We'll see.
Hey, maybe. Baxter Stockman ain't far from well, spoilers.
Okay.
Away with you.
Good catch.
Thank
Good
you.
catch. All right, we'll see you after the masterpiece.
Sounds good.
Thanks. All right.
All right, that was close.
And now I want to welcome to the stream. Put your hands together for the greatest artist in the world. Once again, Kara Sketches.
Woo!
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Always nice when you're on a streak, right? We get to check in with you every week. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Great.
That's you as a turtle
This is
going across the stage.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, and the hair. The
Nailed
hair
it.
is spot on.
Nailed it. Got the hair part and everything. It's great.
Oh yeah. That's
I
the
mean-
swoop bang.
Again with the negative space. I'm not. It just really is wonderful. It's just the trust of simplicity with these is. I love it. It's like the
Yeah.
person who like knows the right answer to like the pop quiz and answers it before everyone else is like, I'm done. You know. But I
Yeah.
love that. I love it. Not in a bad way, but like they're right. They got 100 on it and they were correct. Yeah, these have all been really fun in their simplicity. I love it.
I love the sloping
Yeah.
tail. that comes
Yeah,
out of the
yeah.
back.
The curves are nice and the straight line.
Yeah.
I'm always so impressed at how
Loaded.
much you're able to like get in, but like in such a seemingly unrushed way in 60 seconds. Like it doesn't feel like there's much unfinished here.
Yeah, right. Totally. I agree with that. It looks.
And you hit all the major details without rushing through it seemingly. Like
Yeah.
everything is just so. It's just like
Yeah, this turtle is calm, cool, and collected.
yeah.
Taking her time.
The longer I look at it, the more things I see on that shell. You
It's
know.
a lemon. It looks like a
Yeah.
lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, it does look like a lemon. That's fun. That's
But it's
super.
got that accurate of the turtle. You know how it swoops down and then kind of like comes to a ridge in the back.
Yeah, peeks out.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what a life. Imagine being a turtle. It must be
Man,
so
I love
cool.
turtles.
Unless it's like agony. I hope it's not agony, but
I
it
hope
looks pretty
so.
peaceful.
It does. It
I
does
found
look like-
turtle TikTok last week, so I've been watching turtles.
That's amazing.
I love their little snouts. Oh,
Yeah, their snouts. Yeah, they're beautiful. They're also easy to look at because they go so slow. You know, you can really take your time and enjoy them.
yeah.
Audio
Yeah.
Gabriel said in the chat said it's like the shell is a second hairdo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like a large ponytail.
Yeah.
Right, that's the style.
Super-
That's the style you
Oh, that's fun.
put
Pleasure
your to match the shell.
She turned her hair into a shell. Yeah.
There's horse girls and there's turtle girls. One or the other.
I'm proud to be a turtle girl.
Yeah. Speaking of, this reminds me of, we did a show together where you did a music video to Tom Waits' Martha as a turtle on the beach, and it was just a lot of her like.
Yeah, in Coney Island at like we filmed it at like 5 a.m. in the middle of winter.
Golden hour.
So
in the winter. That was great.
It was so dumb.
Oh
and first thing, I get my feet wet so that I'm out there for like 2 hours.
Oh no. Oh,
it was fun though.
Yeah,
that does sound.
Does that
exist on the internet? Can we watch that?
I don't know. I'd have to check with Tom because he doesn't perform much. So
Tom Waits.
Yeah. I haven't heard from him in a while.
All right. Check.
I'd have to see. Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
He's great in Licorice Pizza.
He's phenomenal in Licorice Pizza.
Yeah. Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yep. Yeah. Terrific career. Release a song every once in a while, man. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
Dude.
Well, I think Happy Anderson said on this stream that that it was between him, one other person, and Tom Waits.
Yeah, he told me that in confidence, but I'm glad to know that he said it publicly.
Wait, for Buster Scruggs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow, that's quite a league to be in.
And I would love to see.
I would have loved to have seen him yell, "You didn't hit nothing."
Yeah.
Important.
Yeah,
right. Just let it be two guys. Let it be Tom Waits and Happy. There's more hijinks with two of them, you know.
Oh yeah, they should have been like brothers.
Yeah, just get both of them in there.
Yeah.
You keep thinking they're both dead and they're not.
Yeah.
They just don't die.
They both have to dig a wider grave for themselves.
Yeah. Well, Kara, we are we're happy to have you back and continuing your streak, and looking forward to seeing what you got for the Masterpiece Challenge, which we are about to announce.
Indeed.
Oh boy.
See you in a bit.
All right. Does that mean you want me to announce it, or
yes? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, figure.
All right. Well, similar to how that last event was inspired by something I saw Slaney do, I have enjoyed Phil as a performer for years, and one of my favorite things that he does is play a werewolf, and I believe he's done this werewolf character on the show. So I don't want to necessarily see Phil the werewolf, but I would. The prompt is werewolf. The prompt is werewolf. And I don't think I need to say any more werewolf. Yeah, and I won't.
All right.
Alrighty. And you have 20 minutes. So for the record, it absolutely does not have to be Phil as a werewolf, but it can. But it doesn't have to be. We're not saying
what
it
does
should or
werewolf
shouldn't
mean
be,
to you?
but what does it mean to you? Yeah, exactly.
What does it mean to you? Like, we don't have to recreate werewolves. This isn't Famous Monsters of Filmland here. Like, what does werewolf mean to you? That's why I said Baxter Stockman earlier, because Baxter Stockman, was a human who transforms into an animal. But is the human any better? Let's be real.
Right. Wow. We all have two werewolves inside of us.
Yeah, that's true. One that would rather watch Emily in Paris, and the other one that's all about true crime.
Because they want to murder Emily in Paris.
Yes. Specifically in Paris. They have to. That's how the curse is formed. Yeah, that's how it gets broken.
David, can we talk a little bit about the movie that you have that's out right now, or that's about to be out?
Right.
It's called, it's already in theaters, but it's going to be on Amazon. Yeah,
it's going to be on Amazon starting January 7th. It's called The Tender Bar. It's based on a memoir called The Tender Bar by J.R. Mooringer, and I shot it back in March. and it was a dream come true to work on it. I get to play a school psychologist, and in a scene with Ben Affleck, and the director's George Clooney. So it was just like this insane experience getting to do it, especially during COVID, because obviously COVID is terrible, and so to just go from hell to essentially like heaven in terms of what I would hope for in working as an actor, with because George Clooney is like a total gentleman. Like he's a babe, and he smells great, and he's very charming and knows how to like just make everybody feel good. But he's super smart. He's a super smart director. And the scene was actually like a good scene. I'm so used to playing like little parts where you have 1 or 2 lines and you just trying to stay out of the way. But it was like a 2-minute scene, so we actually worked on it. And then Ben Affleck was super prepared and professional, and then this kid who was his first movie. He just had the simple joy of being in a movie at 7 for the first time in his life. And I was like, "What's your favorite part of being here?" And he goes, "Everything." And I was like, That's the right attitude. I want some of that attitude. We shot in Boston. They made Boston look like Long Island. And so we had all this good seafood, and then I went back to hell, but for one week, it was unreal. The movie's great, and Christopher Lloyd's in it, and Lily Rabe, and just a bunch of great actors. It comes out on Amazon on Friday. This is a fun place to promote the show. Actually, the show, the movie.
God, I can't wait to see it.
Did you go to any debuts or premiere?
I went to like a couple like screenings. Actually, my fiance is in the Writers Guild, so like that was the first time I saw it. It was like a Writers Guild screening as her +1. And that's really funny. Like everyone's in masks, and so like I just got to go anonymously and know that no one would be like, "Hey, that's you," just kind of like disappear. And I didn't know if I was going to make the cut, because you don't ever really know. And I didn't know until my scene came up, but I had read the script and I knew the order, and suddenly there were 2 scenes that were originally like after my scene. And so I'm sitting there like, oh fuck, I'm not in the movie. And I think Katie still has like 5 holes in her arm from my hand. And then it finally came up, and I was like, oh, thank God. It's enormous relief. Which I've never been through before, because I've done, some TV and films with friends where you can talk to them and ask them if they cut you, And so I didn't know. I just didn't know. And I think maybe COVID's made everyone a little more paranoid, certainly me. So I've never felt so relieved. But I got to watch it with my parents in a theater, and my brother, and it was so funny because like the theaters were empty, and it's the only time I'd ever be happy about that. It's like, great, there's no one here, we don't have to worry about getting sick. So that was kind of nice.
Was it kind of like an out-of-body experience whereas like you normally get to perform your live shows yourself and get the like immediate reaction from the audience? Was it weird to like be in the audience, or was this one of your first times being in the audience and seeing yourself on screen?
It was an out-of-body experience. It was fun to go to like the Writers Guild screening, and particularly I went with Rich Templeton actually to the who may or may not have been on here, but he's
like a month ago.
Okay, so Rich Templeton was my buddy to go watch the movie at the Screen Actors Guild screening. So it's a bunch of actors, and they laugh. You know what I mean? They like to laugh. So it was as full as it could be safely. And Christopher Lloyd actually came to that one for the Q&A. And just to see a man in his 80s truly enjoy just to be up there and do a Q&A, because like, where does he get laughs in a room?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how he just gets to go and sit in a stool and make a bunch of actors laugh that all adore him probably. And yeah. So, but watching it is an out of body experience. Because it's like, yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's fun though. It's fun to get to do for me. I know there's people that say they would hate it. I am not one of them. I think it's fun, but I think I view what we do a little bit like a sport. So I think of it like a game tape, and so I can learn from it. So even if I think it's bad, I'm like, well, I should still learn.
Yeah,
exactly.
How it screwed up.
Exactly.
But I totally understand people who like don't want to watch, because it can be like, it can make you really anxious. And
it just means you're better and more focused than Adam Driver and Robert De Niro. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Being modest, but
they watch it. They just don't want to watch it with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is a little like,
they have to have their lotions and everything prepared.
Yeah,
they can't watch it with other people.
But again, I was just so relieved I was in it. I was like, every time I see it, I'm like, okay, good, I'm still in it. Of course I'm still in it now. I mean, they wouldn't cut it now. But it's like,
could you imagine?
Yeah, you tell everyone in your life.
On Friday,
and then you cut it, and you're like, no, I swear I did it.
Jeff Bezos implemented this rule about the running time of all Amazon movies, like on Thursday. So
yeah, you know what? It honestly could happen. I need to knock on wood, because it really could. It really could.
It wouldn't happen. You've gotten, and you're in the
yeah, unless
I don't know.
In it.
I don't know George, but I imagine.
But it was great. I mean, it was it's a really fun movie. And the book is great. I've got the book right here on my bookshelf. The book is amazing because there's so many characters in the book, and obviously make a book into a movie, you can't keep everything. But highly recommend the book as well.
And good for you for using the bookshelf for books.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
And no one's coming over now, so these are the ones that really made the cut. They aren't to show how smart I am. They're actually ones I want. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically all the books you want people to think that you read. Like, Being a Nothingness. You don't want to read that one.
No, I mean, there's a few on here. Probably. What do we got? I don't know. Yeah, Audition by Michael Shurtleff. I don't know. This was
classic.
The classic. It's probably still good, but
do you have a simulacrum in there?
What? Do I have what?
Matter. So do you have simulacra and a simulation?
I don't have that. Is that a werewolf book?
No, it's like a philosophy book about simulations and It doesn't matter. But yeah, that's great. I don't have that one. I haven't.
It was oddly.
What are your thoughts on Rick Baker?
I love Rick Baker. I mean, Rick Baker saved Star Wars.
Yeah.
All those Cantina aliens that we like know and love were done in Burbank, and they were just like shit that he had laying around. Like,
oh, that's crazy.
As a kid, he was a kid.
He was so young.
Yeah, he's the best. I love what he's doing now. Do you see his Instagram?
No.
He does because he's retired, but he does makeup experiments.
Awesome.
He does them all day, and it's great.
Oh, that's incredible. I'm gonna follow that tonight.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
We gotta.
Yep.
It's that time.
It's that time.
It's time to compromise.
All right.
Your own commission.
All right, David.
All right. So the compromise is, we are now in a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yes.
That's it. That's the compromise.
It was a simulation all along.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if you think about it, Bed Bath & Beyond is a simulacra because it's creating a fake environment meant to be a real environment. You know, like it's not simulating a bedroom. It's the idea of one. So, I read about 5 pages and I threw it.
Phil, just say those words again, because every time you say them, I laugh.
Simulacra and simulation.
I can't. I don't know why. It's so funny to me.
It also sounds like a prog rock album.
It does.
Like 72. Like that's from the Wayward Warlock or something. I don't know. It's just from Detroit.
Wayward Warlock.
I don't know. It's just.
I want that. I want to know what that is.
Me too.
That sounds right.
I would love to know what it is.
Oh.
Would you guys like to see some audience submissions for this?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So this first one is from Ryan Osmosis.
Oh yeah.
And the caption is,
Ooh.
or the subtitle is,
Yeah.
Slow and Steady doesn't win the race in a 1-minute Art Smackdown challenge.
True story.
I love it.
That's a great turtle, though.
That is a great
Look at
turtle.
that turtle.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So funny.
That is really fun. I like that.
It's got a good neck. That's a fun turtleneck.
Yeah, it is.
I can't do turtleneck. Like as clothing, I cannot do turtlenecks.
Mm.
I wear them,
Yeah.
but then sometimes I feel like I'm a Columbo villain. Like, detectives, you're really driving me crazy here.
Yeah.
Every time you hear someone say one more thing, you start sweating.
Yeah. And then you got to keep that bit up for at least 87 minutes, which is the length of a Columbo episode.
Yeah, they're very long.
They're so
Yeah,
long.
they're movies. They're entire movies.
Yeah.
They really are. I love them. I love Columbo.
Oh, me too. I have I got for Christmas the book about the shooting of the series, and it's just really interesting to learn about how the studio system works in the 70s of television, because it was just like, oh, we've got these guys, let's just throw them there, and then they do a night gallery and some other show, and then they're like, oh, okay, give them a show, and then Columbo happens. Like,
Oh yeah, you still like hung out on the lot.
yeah,
I need that.
Like,
I need that book.
you like
I'll
had
let you
your
borrow it.
headshot at the stage door.
Yeah.
My favorite Columbo episode, which I think anybody should watch, whether they care about Columbo or not, is the Johnny Cash episode.
Oh, I've never seen that episode.
Yes.
It's absolutely nuts. Johnny Cash is a guest villain for 70 minutes. I mean, he's on screen for like 40 or 50 minutes, and it's not surprisingly, he's really in touch with his rage, and it is just amazing. I think my favorite thing he says though is just like, at one point he's in crutches and Columbo like busts up a party he's throwing for his kids, and when he sees Columbo like walking over to him, he's like, "You go crazy." It's just, I don't know. To me, that's like what you should watch. If you're like, I'm not sure about Columbo, watch that episode and then like give it a shot, because it's absolutely insane.
There's some great ones. The Ruth Gordon episode is great. There's a Donald Shatner. Shatner's in it, and he's like peak 70s Shatner. It's glorious.
And he's playing basically Columbo. It's like a meta episode where he's like an actor who wants to be a better detective.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And then like there's Donald Pleasance is a guest in one from Halloween, and it's called Any Port in a Storm, and he's a wine merchant that like kills his rival, but he's really sympathetic. You don't want him to go to jail because he's a nice guy who likes wine.
Yeah.
Do you think those guys were like asked to do guest spots, or that they asked the the producers to like? Do you think Johnny Cash was like, "I really love this show"?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it definitely feels like his agent wanted him to. Yeah, because like,
this is a really good idea for you, Johnny, for your career, for your stage and screen career.
Like Columbo is the last gasp of tired looking white dude on TV before Charlie's Angels showed up. It's like once that showed up, it was that phase of that was done, because then eventually it would come back around with like House and all that shit. But that's when like Charlie's Angels happened after that. So it was like the hottest thing until then.
You're right, Phil. Columbo was the end of old white guys on TV.
Oh gosh! Oh, you know
Never
what
happened again after that.
Like the crustiness.
Charlie's Angels killed the patriarchy once and for all.
God.
All of their guests were having their swan song.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Carter won re-election. Like this is a whole other history, you know.
Right.
And he said no. Jimmy Carter said, no more Columbo.
No more. We're done with it.
And then he
We've
tripped.
got to open the field up, and then you
guys want universal health care? No.
No.
I'll keep Columbo on the air then.
Here's some more
That
art
one-
for you guys.
Oh yeah, please.
So this is. I'm not gonna.
Aw.
Oh, that's
parts.
great.
So this is from Audio Gabriel.
Yeah,
That's great.
really like it.
This is so calming. I mean, like just like the color, like scheme is
It
very
looks like
very.
he's floating on
Yeah.
the
This
pond.
is a
Like it
roadside
was-
turtle. This is one that you would like.